What's going on? This is Eugene Napoleon. Hope all is well with you. Before I get started, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is episode 442. Why am I saying 442? It's funny. That must be a number. I may have to play that. Excuse me. This is episode 242. The title is Do You Know the Road? Do you know the road? There's a lot of different directions I can go with this particular topic, but I want to stay specific on this. If you sit and listen to most people talk about some of the things that they're dealing with, but they're looking at other people's successes, they're looking at other people's opportunities and how they get these successes and opportunities, and they're somewhat complaining about where they are in life. So I posed the question, do you know the road? So that typically means, like, if you knew the road that most people traveled to meet the successes where they are, would you travel that same road? In other words, will you do what it takes to get to that success point? Would you travel that road? Because I truly believe success starts with the road that's usually less traveled. And there's a reason for that. There's a work ethic that goes into being successful. There's a path to success that most people only talk about, but they don't want to necessarily put the work in to gain the success that they really want. They just talk about it. Now, if success and accomplishment were achieved by just people talking, the whole world would be successful. The whole world would be successful. But being successful is not just about talking. It's about putting in the work. There is a direct correlation with work ethic, discipline, that will equal success in the long run. Success is not short term. I'm gonna say it again. Success is not short term, even though we think it is. If you don't sit down and map out a plan, and I often say this, but I'm not sure people really understand that, you have to have a plan. There has to be a path. There has to be a road traveled. There has to be some guidelines to getting to where you need to be, from point A to point B to point C, and so on. Has to be. There's not too many successful people that I know that just woke up one day and success fell right in their lap. It just doesn't work that way. So you have to travel the road that's less traveled if you want to be successful. But let's stop complaining about what somebody else has if you don't know what they had to do to get there. Now let's look at the other side of this. There are some people that will do the most unscrupulous things to others to get to the top of the ladder, to get to the top of the food chain. And depending on what industries you're in, usually it doesn't even matter. Because if you have a person that is greedy for success, he or she may throw you under the bus, hop in the bus, and ride over you to get to that success point, right? If that's not in your character, God bless you. Because I don't want anything that's not mine, and I'm not taking something from someone that's not mine. I work for mine, okay? But you have those individuals, they're not interested in working for it. They want to take it. They want to manipulate you or other people out of what they have in order to make them successful. They're not interested in traveling any road. They're not interested in going in any direction that has to do with anything equal to work ethic and hard work and due diligence and discipline mindset and all of those things. They're not interested in none of that. They're only interested in getting to the destination as quickly as possible without putting the work in. So no, they're not trying to travel on nobody's road because they're interested in just the end result, which is being successful, the bottom line, right? They don't care about the path or what it takes to get there. Now, the other end of it is you do have those individuals that will put the time, the effort, and all those things in order to be successful. Well, like minds think alike. Those are the individuals that you need to be around. The road that you need to travel will be carved out for you because God blesses us all with a path. We all have it. Now, whether we choose to use it is up to us. Free will. That's where free choice, free will comes in, right? We have an idea of what we want to do. We know what it's going to take in order to get to where we need to get to in order to be successful. We do know that, right? Now we have the choice to be determined enough, disciplined enough, have the burning desire enough to want to stay on that road in order to be successful. So while everybody else is deviating from their path, while everybody else is taking a shortcut, while everybody else is partying whatever and not really paying attention to the finer details in order to achieve your goals, you are on your path, which leads to your trajectory, which leads to your success. So if everybody else is going to the right, you might want to take the road to the left. That's going to help you get to where you need to be, whatever your final destination is, based on what you're trying to obtain, right? That road you need to stay on. And if you have individuals that don't understand that, then they don't need to be in your car. Period. That's period. Success starts usually with the road less traveled. Believe that, understand that, make that a notation, because everybody that's going to the right may not be your destination. So while you see 100 people go to the right, you might want to verify and find the success that you're looking for. Travel that road. It'll be less traveled, potentially, and it'll give you something that you need to go do your own thing. Go do your own thing. See where I'm going? To the left. Do your own thing. Whatever direction you need to go, where you don't see 100 plus people on it, that's where you need to go to obtain your success. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. I'll see you next week. Take care.